Well, it's an exciting time to be a blue bag, Adele. They're on the up, I reckon, and they named their leadership group yesterday. They've gone down the co-captain route. We knew that. Sam Doherty, Paddy Cripps, and then beneath them, three of the most experienced heads in the club, Mark Murphy, Cade Simpson, and this man who's been good enough to join us, Ed Curnow. Good morning to you, Ed.
Morning, guys. Thanks for having me, Sam, Nick.
Pleasure to have you, mate. Now, tell us, what was the thinking? It's a streamlined group. You've come down from 8 to 5. Tell us about the reasoning behind streamlining things for next year.
Yeah, well, I think with Cripper and Doc taking over the captaincy, we still want to have a core group around those guys to help with the messaging. And Alex Silvani's obviously retired last year, and then Lockie had a lot of stuff going on with injury and getting his body right. So I think it's for him to be able to concentrate on his body. We still see him as a strong leader around the club. It's probably got to do with his leadership capabilities, as his crew's well respected. Everyone loves him, and he goes about his leadership with actions on the field, which is, I think, universally admired. So, it's just a smaller group. There's nothing much else to it.
How did you vote for this leadership group? We're starting to find out over the last week or so, different teams are doing it different styles. What was your way about finding the final five?
I think because it's a five that have been in the group for the past few years, it was a matter of just the group and the coaches putting in their 2 cents, and then probably the group that were more strong in the higher end of the votes, I suppose, is how it came about. So we still had a broad range, just a higher density for Sim, for myself, which is nice.
Hey, Ed, Mark Murphy obviously relinquished the captaincy, but then I think it was probably a surprise for most outsiders that he chose to remain in the leadership group. What was happening behind the scenes there?
Well, I think Murph called Skip for... he's pretty passionate about seeing the club do well, and he's been here his whole career, and it's been a tough ride at times, and he's been on the front line for that, for the footy club. So I think I know Murph really wants to support Doc and Crip and get behind them and give them the best chance in the club, the best chance at succeeding in the coming years. And to do that, he wants to be in the leadership group. So I think that's awesome.
Ed, for maybe the first time in a long time, the expectations and the talk about the Blues is extremely positive. You get in the number 1 draft pick in Walsh, you get some trades from other football clubs, and all of a sudden you look through your best 22 and there's some pretty solid lines of players. Does it feel any different going into this pre-season based on that expectation?
Yeah, I think, Nick, you'd know you need players to create competition and depth, and at the moment there's a little bit more edginess, especially around the midfield group, to be honest. I think at times we probably have ran a little bit thin in the last few years, and there's a heap of talent now there in the last 4 years, and talent only gets you so far, but they're all working hard, and I think everyone's sensing well. Sammy Walsh, he's already started training well, and we'll take a year, and then where's that leave me? And there's a bit of that going on the track at the moment, which is, I think, only going to serve us well.
Is that going on with you, Ed? Have you taken one look at Sammy Walsh and thought, oh, crumbs?
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, he's been in and out of training a little bit because they manage him, which is a smart thing to do. He's already a pro. That's what's impressed me. He's kind of his body, his shape and physique, and his repeat efforts on the track. He's winning the footy. He's coming with the right type of confidence that I can see him playing straight away and playing well. So, I'm pretty keen just to be part of his development. I'm always trying to improve myself, but at this stage of my career, I'm also get just as much enjoyment from seeing the guys underneath you do well, which I suppose is probably, it's part of leadership. I was listening to you speak earlier on, Dal, about leadership groups and their role, and for me, it really is about supporting the captains, helping them out with the messaging, taking a load off, and then living our club's values and what we strive to be as players, and show behaviours around the club that younger players will follow and make them better players. So it's it's a good environment, I think, and I'd love to see Lockie O'Brien come through and start next year, and Paddy Dow do the same. And I see that as a reflection on the group. And the year that we had last year, it was really hard for some of us leaders. We took it quite personally that we didn't perform, and that's the way it is, I suppose.
Another player that you've got into the football club's Will Setterfield. Now, we've seen him in small parts. We don't know a great deal about him. What are your first impressions on him, and where do you see him playing?
Well, I see him in the midfield. That's what we got him for. He's quite big and strong. He's probably around Matty Kennedy, Paddy Cripps. Those three are probably going to be our big bulls. He's had a heap of injuries, so he's working really hard on basically getting his body right so that he can perform at the level and be consistently out on the track. He had his first session with us the other day, which is exciting for him, and really a really good kid, to be honest. So I think he's going to do well. He's a good kid and competitive, and he's obviously got all the attributes. So I think he'll be a great addition to the club.
Now, Ed, it was a big press conference out there yesterday at the footy club. I don't know what your tactics are with flies. I mean, a fly looked like it was giving Mark Murphy the irrits there. I mean, are you one who has, you see some blokes and women too, they put up with it, they let it crawl all over their face. Some blokes go the swat. I mean, this one just wouldn't take no for an answer.
I think it was annoying me more than Murph. Like, he's so composed with that kind of stuff. I just wanted to swat it away. And anyway, I probably would have hit him in the face if I'd done so. He was getting a bit of a grilling, dressing down from the media. Me and Simo were just standing there like, but anyway, he did a good job. So I thought it was, it was pretty funny when there's a few flies around, I suppose.
Now, I think you still love your surfing, and apart from listening to SEN, what do you do with your spare time? Are you going to watch some cricket today?
Yeah, well, I'm in Balbray at Mum and Dad's at the moment. We've got the AFLPA conference in Torquay, so I've got the boards in the car. So hopefully we can get a couple of waves in between, and then
nice.
I'm looking forward to the cricket. That'll be it's going to be exciting. I was having to think before too. My favourite ice cream was the Bubble-O Bill. So you got the chocolate, you got the ice cream, and then you finish off with a bit of chewy.
But the chewy never lasted long enough for mine to get the Bubble-O Bill over the line.
I think that's the icing on the top. That's a great call, Ed, because you didn't buy it for the chewy gum. It's just a bonus.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's at the end, you've got something to last a bit longer than everyone else's ice bowl.
Terrific. Terrific.
Yeah.
Good nomination, Ed. That's why you're our favourite Curnow here at SEN.
I like to hear that, mate.
Thanks very much, buddy, for joining us this morning, and best luck. Enjoy the break and when you rip back into the pre-season.
Cheers, thanks guys. Thanks for having me.
Well done.
Well done to Ed Curnow. Very exciting time to be a Blue bagger, as I say. Dale, make sure you're bound by Blue in 2019. You can sign up by heading to membership.carltonfc.com.au or call 1300 Carlton.